We are living in a time of unprecedented biological confusion. For millions of years, the human body evolved in a state of perfect harmony with the natural world. Our ancestors didn't need nutrition labels or calorie trackers. Their bodies were finely tuned instruments that recognized real nutrients from nature. We knew at a cellular level what an apple was, what wild meat provided, and the dense energy found in a single nut. Our biology was forged in the fire of survival, where every calorie mattered and every nutrient had a specific purpose for our brain and our muscles. But in the last 70 years, a blink of an eye in evolutionary terms, the rules of the game changed completely. We have undergone the fastest dietary shift in human history. Today, if you walk into a modern grocery store, you are not looking at a pantry, you are looking at a chemical warehouse. Statistical data shows that 80% of the products on those shelves did not exist 100 years ago. They aren't food in the way your grandfather understood it. Scientists and journalists have coined a more accurate term for them: ultra-processed industrial edible substances. This isn't just a minor change in our habits. This isn't just about junk food or having a sweet tooth. This is a systemic, calculated attack on the human machine. We have replaced complex living nutrients with shelf-stable powders, synthetic dyes, and inflammatory oils. We are the first generation of humans to be overfed but chronically malnourished at a cellular level. This is the story of how we lost our connection to real fuel, how the industry hacked our biology for profit, and most importantly, how you can reclaim your health, your focus, and your future through a total nutritional reset. Welcome to the truth about the fake food lie. The sugar conspiracy and the fat myth. To understand why your grocery store looks like a chemical lab, we have to travel back to the 1960s. During this time, heart disease was skyrocketing, and scientists were looking for a culprit. There were two main theories. One blamed refined sugar, and the other blamed saturated fat. In a shocking revelation recently uncovered by researchers at the University of California, it was found that the sugar industry, specifically the Sugar Research Foundation, paid Harvard scientists the equivalent of $50,000 today to publish a study. Their mission? To downplay the link between sugar and heart disease and shift the entire blame to saturated fat. This single act of corporate corruption changed the course of human history. It led to the low-fat craze of the 80s and 90s. When you remove fat from food, it tastes like cardboard. To fix this, the industry flooded our food with high-fructose corn syrup and artificial flavorings. We didn't get healthier, we got sicker, more inflamed, and more addicted. We replaced ancestral fats like butter and tallow, which humans have eaten for millennia, with something far more sinister: industrial seed oils. The rise of industrial lubricants. Most people don't realize that oils like soybean, canola, and cottonseed were never meant to be human food. In the early 1900s, these were industrial lubricants used for machinery. But through a process of high-heat refining, bleaching, and deodorizing with toxic chemicals like hexane, the industry found a way to make them edible. They marketed these oils as heart-healthy alternatives to animal fats. The problem is biological. These oils are extremely high in linoleic acid, an omega-6 fatty acid that is highly unstable. When exposed to the heat of cooking or even the heat of your own body, they oxidize. This creates a cascade of free radicals that damage your cell membranes and your mitochondria. You are essentially fueling your human machine with low-grade rancid oil that causes systemic inflammation from your gut to your brain. This is the hidden reason behind the modern epidemic of chronic fatigue. You aren't tired because you're lazy. You're tired because your cells are suffocating under a mountain of industrial waste. The architects of addiction. Welcome to the dark art of food engineering. Companies don't just guess what you like. They pay neuroscientists, psychologists, and chemists to map your brain's reward system. Their goal is to find your bliss point, the precise mathematical ratio of sugar, salt, and fat that triggers the maximum possible release of dopamine in your brain, overwhelming your prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain responsible for logic, decision-making, and self-control. When you hit the bliss point, your brain literally screams for more, overriding any signals of satiety or rational thought. It's not a lack of willpower. It's a chemical takeover. Sensory viraloid and vanishing caloric density. The manipulation goes even deeper into your senses. The industry uses a technique called sensory-specific satiety. They design foods with complex, multi-layered flavors that hit different taste receptors simultaneously, keeping your brain excited and preventing it from getting bored. Think about a potato chip. It's salty, then crunchy, then savory. Your brain loves the novelty, so you keep reaching for another. Then there's the insidious trick of vanishing caloric density. This is why things like chips, puffs, or many cereals literally melt in your mouth. Your brain perceives that the calories have vanished because there's no chewing effort. It bypasses the natural satiety signals, making your brain believe you haven't eaten much, even though you just consumed hundreds of calories. This is not about hunger. It's about tricking your brain into perpetual consumption. It's a brilliant yet sinister design. Chemical cocktails and taste bud destruction. Beyond the basic macronutrients, a whole universe of artificial additives plays a crucial role. We have artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose, which are thousands of times sweeter than real sugar, but confuse your metabolism. Your body expects calories but gets none, leading to more cravings. Then there are flavor enhancers like yeast extract or disodium inosinate, which act like MSG, amplifying artificial taste to the point where real food tastes bland by comparison. This constant bombardment of hyper-palatable, chemically enhanced flavors desensitizes your natural taste buds. An apple, a carrot, or a piece of grilled chicken, which used to be delicious, now seem boring. Your palate has been hijacked, reset to a new extreme baseline. This makes breaking the cycle incredibly difficult, as your brain constantly seeks the intense, unnatural stimulation it has become accustomed to. It's a vicious cycle designed for endless consumption and ultimately endless profit. The second brain and the information highway. Beyond the immediate dopamine hit, there's a deeper, more insidious attack happening within your body. Many scientists now refer to your gut as the second brain. It's not just responsible for digestion. It's a massive, complex ecosystem of trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms collectively known as the gut microbiome. This microbiome weighs about 2 kilograms, roughly the same as your actual brain, and it's constantly communicating with your central nervous system through an incredible superhighway, the vagus nerve. 90% of your body's serotonin, the neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of well-being and happiness, is produced in your gut. So when your gut health is compromised, your mental health inevitably suffers. The war in your gut, leaky gut, and systemic inflammation. When you consume ultra-processed ingredients, the emulsifiers, artificial sweeteners, and industrial seed oils we discussed, you're essentially launching a chemical weapon into this delicate ecosystem. These compounds actively destroy the beneficial bacteria that keep your gut lining strong and healthy. Instead, they feed pathogenic bacteria that thrive on sugar and cause inflammation. Over time, this constant assault weakens the integrity of your intestinal wall, leading to a condition known as leaky gut syndrome. Imagine your gut lining as a fine mesh filter. In a healthy state, it allows only fully digested nutrients to pass into your bloodstream. But with a leaky gut, this mesh becomes compromised, allowing undigested food particles, toxins, and even bacteria to escape into your bloodstream. Your immune system, perceiving these as foreign invaders, goes into overdrive. This triggers a chronic, low-grade systemic inflammation throughout your entire body. Brain fog, the direct link to your plate. This systemic inflammation isn't just felt in your joints or your energy levels. It directly impacts your brain. The inflammatory molecules travel through your bloodstream, crossing the incredibly important blood-brain barrier. Once inside your brain, these inflammatory cytokines interfere with neurotransmitter function, damage brain cells, and reduce neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections. This is the scientific basis for what millions of people experience daily as brain fog. If you're constantly feeling mentally sluggish, struggling to concentrate, experiencing memory issues, or battling unexplained anxiety and depression, your plate is the first place you should investigate. You cannot expect your brain to perform at its peak, to give you clarity, focus, and emotional resilience, if you are actively poisoning the very foundation of its health, your gut microbiome. This isn't just about weight anymore. It's about reclaiming your cognitive function and your emotional well-being from the clutches of the fake food industry. Your human reset demands a healthy gut, and a healthy gut demands real food. The decision, choosing reality over decoration. The transition from a fake food victim to a biological high performer is not a diet. It is a declaration of independence. It is the realization that your body is not a trash can for the food industry's profits. To start your human reset, you must first accept a difficult truth. For the next few weeks, your brain will fight you. It will crave the chemical spikes it has become accustomed to. But if you hold the line, the reward is a level of mental clarity and physical energy you haven't felt since childhood. This is the 30-day protocol to reclaim your biology. Phase 1, the purge and the single ingredient rule. The first 7 days are about detoxification. The rule is absolute, the single ingredient rule. If a food is the ingredient, you can eat it. An egg is an egg. A steak is a steak. Broccoli is broccoli. If it has a label with a long list of chemicals, additives, or gums, it stays out of your house. You must eliminate all industrial seed oils immediately. Replace them with ancestral fats, extra virgin olive oil, butter, or avocado oil. These fats are the literal building blocks of your brain cells and your hormones. By removing the toxins and providing high-quality fats, you are essentially giving your human machine the premium fuel it was designed to run on. Phase 2, metabolic flexibility and protein prioritization. By the second week, you must prioritize protein. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient. It triggers the release of hormones like PYY and GLP-1, which tell your brain, the hunt is over, we are nourished. This silences the dopamine-driven cravings for sugar. As your insulin levels stabilize, your body will unlock a hidden superpower, metabolic flexibility. This is the ability to burn your own body fat for fuel instead of relying on a constant drip of glucose. This is when the brain fog lifts. Your energy becomes a steady, burning flame that lasts all day without the afternoon crashes that used to define your life. The 30-day transformation and beyond. By day 30, a miracle happens. Your taste buds have literally regenerated. A simple piece of pot will taste like a gourmet dessert. Your gut microbiome has shifted, and the pathogenic bacteria that crave sugar are dying off. You will find that your anxiety has decreased, your sleep has deepened, and your ability to focus on complex tasks has returned. This is the end of the fake food lie and the beginning of your new life. You are no longer a slave to the bliss point or the industrial food complex. You are a sovereign human being with a clear mind and a powerful body. The choice is yours every time you pick up a fork. Choose real food. Choose your potential. Choose the human reset.